When it comes to Kansas City barbecue, I really consider there to be four institutions: Jack Stack's, Joe's, Q39, and Arthur Bryant's. I will be trying my third of these four institutions on this trip. The places I researched that are Kansas City staples that I have to try that I haven't already are Q39, Blip Roasters Coffee, and the Farmhouse. Plus, I will be throwing in a couple of bonuses. Come with me as we explore Kansas City and the food they have to offer. Day one in Kansas City, the first thing we did was we drove there, which took a few hours based in where we are in St. Louis. And the first thing I really wanted was to get a coffee. So a place that I had heard very much recommendations for was Blip Roasters in downtown Kansas City. So that's where we went first. I got a vanilla latte there, and it was actually really good. It was one of the best coffees I've had, probably the second best I've had. It was really just, you could tell a lot of work was put into that coffee. So I was really glad to go there first, and that really describes Kansas City food scene in general is what I had there, which was really good. So I highly recommend that. And the restaurant we had for dinner was Q39 Barbecue, which is something I was really also looking forward to. I got the mac and cheese with the burnt end burger. The mac and cheese was really good. It was very creamy. The breadcrumbs on top was good. I'm usually not a big fan of breadcrumbs on mac and cheese. It was just altogether, you could tell a lot of work was put into it. It was very, again, creamy, cheesy, so I really enjoyed that. And the burger of the burnt end burger was also really good, especially for a barbecue place. The burnt ends were so amazing. The meat was tender and juicy, and really everything you want in burnt ends. It was definitely the best burnt ends I've had, if not the best meat I've had at any barbecue restaurant. So I was very glad about that choice. I had tried a few bites of my dad's, who was with us, his meal, and he had potato salad, which I actually was not a big fan of. I thought it was kind of watery and bland, so not a big fan of the potato salad. He had fries, which were okay, decently seasoned, but one anything to write home about. And then he had the brisket, which I also really enjoyed. Not as much as the burnt ends, but I thought that was also very good. I will say though, the sauce compared to a few other barbecue restaurants I've seen in Kansas City was a little bit lacking. So that's my only kind of negative is the sauce, other than the potato salad. But I thought in general it was a very excellent meal. When I try different foods from cities like Kansas City, I also enjoy the actual traveling part and getting to see different things. So we went on day one to Union Station, as well as Crown Center. It's nice to have Kansas City's link, which connects like Crown Center and Union Station and some of the hotels and such. So that was really cool. I've been to Kansas City and that area specifically a lot. But it was nice being back. We just walked around. There's lots of different things to do, a lot of places to eat, a lot of places to shop. So that was just a cool experience you get to have on day one in Kansas City. But now moving on to day two. Day two for brunch, we went to the Farmhouse, which is a famous brunch spot in downtown Kansas City. I had the corned beef hash, which I thought was really good, especially the different vegetables. They tasted very fresh, and the corned beef was pretty good as well. And I had that with challah toast, which is something unique that I haven't had before. I thought the challah was really good. Having it toasted was a little interesting, but I thought the jelly that went with it was really good as well. But I think the corned beef hash really stood out. There was a lot of great aspects, and I'm glad I ordered that. We also then for dinner went to Gus's world famous chicken, which started in Kansas City, very famous in Kansas City, but has grown to I believe a few dozen locations. And I had the chicken sandwich, which was really good. The actual chicken part I thought was very juicy. The rest of the sandwich wasn't that good. I ended up taking the chicken actually off the sandwich. But the chicken itself was extremely good. A lot better than what my expectations had. So I was really glad I ordered that. However, I also ordered mac and cheese from there. and I thought it was lacking. I thought it was pretty bland, basic. It kind of almost tastes like a Bob Evans mac and cheese, so I wasn't a super big fan of that, but my entree was really good. And then I got a coconut pie slice for dessert, which was also pretty good. The crust I wasn't a big fan of. It tasted a little dry. However, I do think the actual coconut filling was really good, extra coconutty, and I'm a big fan of coconut, so I was really glad to have that. On this day too, we took the Kansas City streetcar throughout the city, which is a really cool experience. It's a nice free streetcar that they have in Kansas City. We went to Oak Park Mall as well, which was just a shopping mall to walk around, as well as we went to Chicken and Pickle, which is a pickleball place. I've actually been a lot to the St. Charles, Missouri location, which is near where I live and where State Street Spice is based out of. And it was just a really cool experience. I'm always a big fan of Chicken and Pickle when I go. And then we also, when we went downtown Kansas City on the streetcar, we went to Costino's Market, the kind of like almost flagship location, which is in the Power and Light District, another really cool area in Kansas City. So we walked around there. It's a very cool grocery store. It was probably the coolest grocery store I've ever been in. And when I saw the coffee, something caught my eye, which was a raspberry turtle latte. Raspberry and turtle are two of my favorite flavors, so I had to get it. And it was really good. It wasn't. I've definitely had better coffees, but for grocery store coffee, it was excellent, and I actually really enjoyed that. The big thing though that we did on this day too was I auditioned for Shark Tank with the business State Street Spices. We were waiting in line for 3 hours. I was 21st in line out of several hundred people. So that was a really cool experience, was just luck, but it was great for this first year auditioning for Shark Tank, and it was a really cool experience at the open call in Kansas City. At State Street Spices, we understand the authenticity of each city and how each city may have similar cuisines, but can be drastically different flavors. This is our focus when we use our in-depth research process to craft the most authentic spice blends possible from cities around the country, with our current blends being Buffalo Buffalo, Los Angeles Taco, New York Steak, and St. Louis Barbecue. So you can try foods from all over in the comfort and convenience of your own home and make it taste like it's actually you're in that city.